Good morning. Well, good morning, Nancy. Thanks for thanks for being here. I sat down at the computer at 8:35 this morning and realized I hadn't put the thumbnail up. I always forget to do that. So, yeah. So I got the thumbnail up and hopefully we'll have some people come in, and if not, Nancy, you and I'll just have a real nice chat. um I have been feeling under the weather, although yesterday afternoon, and this morning, I feel a lot better. Hey, Donna, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. How are you? Do you have heat yet? um, yeah, so I started to feel better yesterday afternoon. I had this stomach bug that started Thursday after I ate a hamburger that Mr. Honey cooked on the grill. And I don't eat hamburger out. I rarely eat hamburger, as a matter of fact. But so I don't think it was the hamburger because he ate one and was fine. I think that I just had some kind of a bug starting. You did your shopping earlier. Oh, earlier today. So you made it. Oh, good. Good. Hey, Di. How good. Hey, Selena. I'm so glad you're here. I am going to talk about you today. All good. Because remember yesterday, for those of you, and I don't think any of you that are here so far were in Selena's live yesterday. Hey, Deanne. It's good to see you. But if you weren't, and you weren't so far, any of you, because I was there and I didn't see any of you. Anyway, go to Essence of the Moon's YouTube channel, at Essence of the Moon, find her and find her live from yesterday. It's going to be with Deborah Zachow. She is all about numerology. And I mean, we all, if we're into tarot, we kind of do a little bit of numerology, but she's about relationships and numerology, our own numerology. Hey, Mangled Unicorn, it's good to see you. Oh, you're an 8, not a 9. Interesting. My husband's an 8. So this is what we were doing yesterday in chat. We were all calculating our numbers, and Selena said that she had been down a rabbit hole. Selena, I've been down the rabbit hole. Oh my God, I'm in the rabbit hole. So I'm looking up my ex-husband. I'm looking up, I found out that I am a 6. My youngest son is a 7. My husband is an 8. And our youngest daughter is a 9. That's just crazy that we line up like that. But it was so interesting. So interesting. So I encourage all of you to go over to Essence of the Moon's YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to her, subscribe, because she also does wonderful interviews, and she does wonderful book reviews, and she's just got some great content. As a matter of fact, Selena will be on my next Witchy Wednesday. We're going to be talking about living by the moon. So that's exciting. Yes, it was a great live. Oh, excuse me. That was not what you thought it was. That was my I have a seat cushion on my chair to make me sit up a little higher, and it was moving around. Thank you, Nancy, for putting Selena's channel in. It was fabulous. It was so It was so informative, and it was informative without being overwhelming. Like I didn't feel overwhelmed, and I often get overwhelmed with numbers. Um so also Deborah wrote a book that I cannot remember the title of, but I bought it. And I don't have my Kindle here, but it's a book about, oh, it's called I've Got Your Number. That's what it's called. It was so good. So thank you, Selena, and I'm really glad that you're here today. Oh, and there's Star. Uh, oh, you're usually not up this early. I'm so glad you made it too. Um, Nancy of Crone's Intuition and I have been up since 4:30 in the morning, and I only know this because Nancy texted me this morning somewhere around 6:30 thinking that I would be asleep and get it when I woke up, and I said, you're the only other person I know that's awake at this hour. And then we both said we've been awake since 4:30, 5 o'clock. So yep, been awake since that hour of the morning. I am feeling much better. The bug has passed. And yesterday I did a lot of baking. So so my husband worked for, oh, I don't even want to mention the name of the company. He worked for a major home improvement store whose main color is orange for 25 years, and then stopped working for them. And all that time, you know, he worked all kinds of crazy hours, but all that time he pretty much bought his lunch, would go and stop in the morning and buy a biscuit on his way to work. And now he's working for a company where there's no place for him to stop on the way. And so I started making biscuits for him, like homemade biscuits, so that he can make his own sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit in the morning and take it with him. So I made his biscuits yesterday. I'm getting to be quite a biscuit maker. And then I made the biscuits, and then I made some fajitas to have for dinner and then for me to have for lunch. I made a chocolate cake for him to take in his lunches with him because now he's making his lunches. And I made some absolutely delicious sun-dried tomato hummus. Oh, it was so good. I had it with those little mini peppers. Somebody had, Donna said she had a stomach issues a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I don't know what this was about, but you think it was due to undercooked hamburger. Okay, so undercooked. So here's the thing. So he brought the hamburger in. He made a hamburger for himself for dinner, and I wasn't hungry. So I just said, "What, can you make me one and I'll have it for lunch on Thursday?" So when he brought it in, he said, it's not done on the inside. He said, it'll get done when you cook it. And I said, I don't want it that way. I want you to cook it all the way through. So he did go back out and put it back on the grill. But I don't know. Maybe it was undercooked. I don't know. But I had some other symptoms too. Like I had chills, and the days are blended. I think it was Saturday. I had chills all day. So I don't know. But anyway, yesterday I felt better and I was a baking fool. Actually, I mean, medium means medium. Rare and well done. Oh, okay, over there. Yeah. I like mine. I like mine medium. When we're cooking them on the grill, I like, and I'm eating it right away, I like it medium. If I'm going to eat it the next day, I like it medium well. I don't want any pink in there. Well. Uh-oh. Mangled Unicorn said something about being in a digital world. Random, but have you all listened to any of the Claypool? So good. Les Claypool. Christmas and Sean Lennon is very good. Okay. I'm not sure. See, this is what happens. I miss things. And then I go down, then I want to know what this is about. But I'll just go look it up afterwards. So anyway, I hope you've been up since 3 and you're not usually up at this hour. Oh my goodness. You were up at 3 for like an hour. That's interesting because I have a friend who's going through perimenopause and she's waking up at 3 o'clock for no apparent reason and not able to get back to sleep. And that's what happened to me. That's how my sleep issue starts. The one that I go through every January, I start waking up at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and then I can't get back to sleep for hours. And then it turns into, I just don't sleep at all. But since I got the melatonin gummies, oh my gosh, my sleep has been absolutely beautiful. Like last night, I went to bed at 9:30. I was probably asleep by 10 o'clock. And I woke up this morning to go to the bathroom. And I thought that it was probably 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And I pulled my phone out and it was 5. And I was like, oh my God, I slept all night. It was great. Oh my goodness. You guys are the best. This is the best place to be. Oh, you can't stay asleep even with your CPAP. Oh, no. Oh, you woke up the night they bombed her on. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Well, let's pull our... I could sit here and chat with you guys all day, but then we wouldn't get to any readings. And I'm going to do a little bit of a different, I'm going to do a different style of reading that I have done before here, but I think the last time I did it, it was like Christmas time. So let's first pull our animal card for the week. And I hope everybody else had good weekends. I'm going out to lunch today with a friend. I'm kind of excited about that. I don't often do that. So it's nice to get out a little bit. And then tomorrow I have a haircut. So, gosh, out of the house twice this week. Woo! I won't know what to do with myself. Oh, well, that didn't work. All right. Who did we get? Oh, this is one I've never got this one before. All right. Oh, okay. Oh, look, Mangled Unicorn. We got Unicorn. Infinite possibilities. You are the sovereign. That's my word of the year. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. Look at that card. Oh my gosh, what a great way to start the week. Yes. That's so exciting. I'll read it one more time. It says, unicorn, infinite possibilities. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. Ooh, exciting. Exciting. Who just said they ordered Deborah's book? Was that Nancy? Nancy, I got it too on Kindle. We'll have to read it and compare notes. Okay. Well, that was a fabulous way to start the week. I'm so excited. All right. So this is how I'm going to read today. And I did this around Christmas time. So I took my deck and I pulled out all the court cards and some of the majors, and they're in one pile. And then everybody else is in another pile. And then I have a deck of oracle cards. So what I'm going to do for people, if you'd like a reading, just put like hashtag reading in all caps. And then if one of my lovely mods can help me keep track, there's not a whole lot of you, but I still lose track. So what I'll do is I'll pull a card for the over. Hey, Debbie. I didn't see you there. It was nice to, it's nice to see you. So I will pull a card from the deck for like the overall energy for you. And then I will pull an oracle card as an action. And then I will pull from the court cards and some of the, the other cards that are left, I will pull as an archetype, but not think of this card as not necessarily something you need to embody or someone you need to look for, but something that's already in you, that's already there, that you just need to like tap into. So, all right, let's see. Let's go back up. How's our precious girl, Debbie? I hope she's doing well. Okay, Mangled Unicorn. And Mangled Unicorn, I'm really sorry, but I can't remember your name. So if you could just, if you don't mind, let me know your name. That would be great, because I'd like to call you by your name and not Mangled, Hey, Polly, it's good to see you. And I think that Mangled Unicorn is the first person that gave me a hashtag. So I will read for her first. Gosh, I love Mondays. I thought for a minute I was going to be able to get out of a turtleneck and like just wear a regular shirt, but nope, it's too cold. But I'll wear a scarf in the summer. My neck gets cold. Okay. Jax. Of course it's Jax. Oh my gosh. Jax, I'm so sorry. That was definitely a senior moment. All right, here we go. What does Jax need to know? Ooh, Jax. You got the rebirth card. So you're coming into a time of, you're coming out of the darkness into the light. And look at this rabbit, Imolk. It's, this is the time. This is what's happening for you right now. You're coming through a time that may have been it may have been a dark time for you, and it may not have been, so overwhelming, but maybe just some time that was, that had some challenges, but you are stepping out into the light. Now, look, it says they're not quite there yet. That darkness is still there. So you may still be feeling some of that heaviness. I don't know, but keep stepping forward, keep coming forward, because you are really coming out into better times, or lighter times anyway. Birth after birth. Okay, let's pull an oracle. I'm pulling from, what is it called? Intuitive Whispers Oracle. Okay, this card says slow down. So it's funny. I just started reading a book this morning. It's called The Art of Simple Living. I think it's The Art of Simple Living. It's either that or Living Simply. I always get it mixed up. And the very first one is about slowing down and just doing nothing. And I think that that's something that we all could practice, but especially coming into a rebirth moment, I think that what we want to do is kind of run ahead and say, oh, yay. But maybe just slow down, take a look around you, enjoy just doing nothing, put your phone down. Like how much time do we actually spend just like doing nothing, without a phone in our hand, without a TV on or music on or anything, just sitting in the quiet and enjoying the silence. And I think that that is absolutely magic. So let's see who is going to be there with you. And I saw Roman come in. Hi, Roman. It's good to see you this morning. 2 months until your bonus kiddo is free and clear from their former guardian. Okay. Oh, you're still in the wagon circle mode. Okay, but you're coming out of it. It's been a wild ride, and yep, but you can see that sunlight there for sure. Thanks for reminding people to smack the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. But even though you're still in the that circle the wheels moment, mode, you can see the end in sight. You can see the sunlight. You're still, you're right on that threshold of crossing out into the light. Still take that time for like decompression and just like enjoying nothing. Let's see who is with you to guide you and be with you on this journey. Oh, now look at who you got. So you got the Hermit. So your instincts are right. That circling the wagons, that pulling away, and drawing into yourself, drawing into your own inner strength. But look at that. But I always say this about the hermit, because that hermit is shining a light for others to see. So I think there is a light about you, a strength and an inner light that other people see. And particularly your bonus kiddo, I'll bet you that your bonus kiddo sees that. And so tap into that inner strength. But even here, we've got lighter skies. The light is coming. You're stepping out into a new and brighter place. So I hope that helps you today. And who do I have next? I've got to scroll back up. Let's see. Okay, there's Mangled Unicorn. Okay, then I have Essence of the Moon. Nancy, I think you're in there. There you are. Okay. So I've got Essence of the Moon next. So let's see where you are, Selena. What's happening for you this week? Whoops. Selena, you got the Fool. So you're on a journey of freedom and lightness, and maybe taking some risks, stepping out on a new path. And I think you've got my head's mixed up, because I want to say there's somebody there, but I kind of think the somebody is you. I think your discernment is keeping you on the path. Like, you're not going to go over the edge. I think that maybe it is you, and maybe there is another person there too. Somebody that you feel like you can talk to, that's keeping you on, sometimes when we're developing something, when we've got lots of ideas, when we're thinking about something new for our business, we just need that. We need a person that we trust in our life to say, yeah, maybe not like that, or yeah, I think that's a great idea, but maybe 6 months from now. Do you know what I mean? So I kind of feel like there's somebody for you in your life like that. But I also feel like this is a real time of lightness and happiness and joy around developing or working on a project, a new adventure. It's a new adventure for you. And this card says, move through your past. So I just want to make sure that that's exactly what it says, but I think it is. So, in this new, move through your fear, not your past, move through your fear. Okay. So, when we're working on something new, when we're thinking about trying something else, or whatever it is that this new adventure, of course, there's going to be like those little niggles of of doubt and maybe fear that creep up in us. And this card is asking you to move past those, because I really feel like you're on the right path. Oh my gosh, this morning we had the full moon. Isn't today it? Is today it or tomorrow? We had the full moon and the eclipse. I can't remember if it's March 2nd or 3rd. Just looking at that moon there, because it looks like an eclipse to me. All right. Who is with Selena? Oh, and now look at you. You've got the Queen of Cups. So this is that part of you that is nurturing and compassionate. And this is that person, that part of you that's going to help you to move past your fears. This is the person that the person or the part of you that is telling you what is real in the situation. Many times, whatever those little pieces of or doubt or fear are not real. They're stories that we make up in our head of the what ifs. What if this happens? What if that happens? And they can really hold us back. And this queen is saying, don't you worry about that. Now you know that that's not real. So I really feel like this is a wonderful reading and story for you, Selena, that you've got some really good things going on. I'm trying to get down to the end here. Really good things going on, and just step outside of any fear or doubts that you have. Okay, tonight the 2nd into the 3rd. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like that too. I feel like she's the Queen of Cups too. So I hope that helps you, Selena. You have started a new journey. Ooh. Sending me a PDF for their books are released. Reading a book that won't be released until September. Ooh, they want to be in the voice. Oh, nice. Okay. Hey, Emmy. Headed to Texas to see your best friend. Oh, going to the Houston rodeo. Nice. Okay. Okay, Donna. Do you have me? Okay, so Donna is next. And then I have Debbie and Roman. Okay. Oh my goodness. So you do have lots of new things going on. I really hope that this reading helps you. I don't know how you are if you're flying. I don't know how you are about flying. I'm always a little nervous flying, so try to let that go too. Yeah. Okay, Donna. Hopefully I didn't skip anybody. If I did skip you, please let me know and I'll get you. Don't worry. But I see my lovely mod Donna has said after mine, Debbie, and then Roman. So I'm going to stick with that for the moment. Okay, Donna. What do you need to know for this week? Okay, you've got the 8 of Cups. So again, like I see this as a positive card because stepping away from things that no longer serve you. I mean, I think that being able to identify those things is key, and then having the strength to say, yeah, this is no longer good for me, and then walking away. And walking away in love, walking away, and you don't have to be bitter. There's no bitterness there. You just know that you're moving on to a different part of your journey, and that's okay. Oh, sip sip. So good. um Usually when we're talking about the 8 of cups, we're talking about some kind of an awakening that's happened. We're stepping into higher ground, and that doesn't mean that we're better than anybody else. It just means that we're moving to a different place. We're moving to a higher ascension for ourselves. I think this is going to be another card about, yeah, okay. This says the magic of nothingness. So again, back to my reading from this morning, the book I'm reading. When we have these times where we recognize that things are changing for us, that some of the things that we liked before, or some of the places we liked, or some of the people, just are, we need to be in a different place. Sometimes ignore we ignore that, like we don't want to, because we don't want to make anybody feel bad. And we fill ourselves with stuff so we don't have to think about it. So we fill ourselves with people to meet, places to go, things to do. And what we really need when we're stepping into a place like this, when we do have this kind of an awakening, and we are making a choice to turn away from people, places, and things that no longer serve us well, is to meditate, to be in a place of nothingness, to really sit in silence and feel the feels. Because that's the only way we walk through it, is to feel those feels, and then also to feel what it is to get through to the other side. We know what it's going to be like when we get there. Who's with you? Oh, look at you. So, yeah, so you've got the Page of Swords, the Princess of Swords with you. So this is that clarity that's, it's that clarity that's inside you. It's there. You know it's there, and you know what needs to be done. It's the doing. It's just the doing that needs to happen. And you've got this. Yeah, laying the heavy stuff down for sure. And I think being in the nothingness, being able to just sit in meditation, to be able to take a walk in nature, or even just sit in your backyard for a little bit, wrap yourself up in a blanket, if it's cold outside. But just be able to sit there with a cup of tea and look at the sunset and just be in that nothingness. I think that's what brings the clarity. At least it does for me. That's usually what happens. If I need clarity, I know I need to get quiet in myself and still in myself. So I hope that helped you, Miss Donna. And now I think it's Debbie. Miss Deb. Yes, it's okay to grow. Yep. And some go. Feel it to heal it. Ain't that the truth? You've been getting the Page of Swords a lot. The cards don't lie. All right, let me concentrate on Debbie here. All right. What's Debbie need to know? What does Debbie need to know? You're so welcome, Donna. Okay. So you've got the 5 of Wands. So, fives are challenges, Deb, but this is not challenge over, this is not a war. This is just like little nitpicky things that are getting in the way of, I don't know, life, your overall happiness. Did I read for Diane yet? I did not, but I will. I'll read for Diane after Debbie and before Roman. Thank you for telling me, Donna. Debbie, the five of Wands. So you've got these just like little challenges that are in your way, but like they don't need to be. They can move. They're not blocking you unless you let them block you. And I don't see that you're going to let that happen, but they are just like these little nitpicky things that you wish would just stop, go away. I don't feel like this is I feel like these can be moved for sure. A bee in your bonnet. Do you guys like this style of reading? Do you like I really like doing this every once in a while. So your oracle card says, what is meant for you will find you. And maybe that's what these, like the bee in your bonnet is, these little things that are in your way. Like maybe it's things that you thought were for you, or like maybe little things that you thought were going to work out that didn't work out. Maybe choices that like didn't work out or became like this dead end, and you're like, ugh, like why? And this card is just saying, like, don't don't worry. What is meant for you will find you. Now, what is this? Oh, don't you just love it when you have a low vision tarot reader? Because this card has, it's a clock, but you can't see the hands on it, or I can't see the hands on it. But yeah, so timing is everything. And then there are these 4 birds flying. Now I'm going to get into this card. Yeah, I don't get hung up here. No. Oh, Debbie's telling me something. You certainly feel this may be health related. Today is your infusion day. The drug should make me feel better, but the one you're on just doesn't work. Okay. As well as the previous ones. The amount of pain you're in sometimes is bad, but everyday nagging, okay, isn't bad, but everyday nagging keeps you from the things you want to do. All right. So then I think this card is saying to you, either there's another drug out there for you that they're going to find that's going to work for you, or is your infusion time, like, is the time for your infusions almost up? Like, do you have very more of these rounds to go? Is this something that you have to go through like for a long period of time? Because maybe that's the light at the end of the tunnel too, is that you won't, had to decide the other day. Whether to shop at random stores or at the mall. I can't do both. Okay, you'll be on infusions forever. Okay. You know, I do not like to do health readings, but this just like, I just feel like they're going to find something, Debbie, that's going to work for you. It has to come, right? All right. Who is with you? Huh. So who is with you is the Emperor, the Lord. And so this is like structure and management. Management, like, is that almost comes to me like in all capital letters, blinking. So is there see, and I'm telling you to tap into yourself. So, 2 things come up for me. And the first is that there is some, a male figure that is, and that doesn't mean that it's a man, but like a strong leader type person who's overseeing your care. And I just really feel like they're going to find a way. The other part of that is you tapping into that strong, assertive person that is able to tell them on no uncertain terms what's working, what's not, and what you need for your care. Okay, to talk to your rheumatologist, oncologist, to see if I can get back to your old drugs. Okay. Yes, advocating for yourself. I feel like this card is tapping that inner that inner advocate, that strong person that is like, and like, not necessarily going to be polite about it, just is going to say, look, this is how it is. And when they try to, you know how they talk, just don't let them do that. Just don't bullshit me. I'm not going to bullshit you. This is what I need. And don't be afraid to ask for it, Debbie. I hope that helps. I hope that helps you. And I hope that you have I don't know how you have a good infusion, but I hope that your infusion is less painful and peaceful. How long does it take, Deb, for them you're welcome. How long does it take for them to run the infusion? Okay, I'm going to start shuffling for Diane while I'm waiting. Oops. Well, this is your card. Okay, now I'm going to read from the book on this one. And thank God I have the book right here. So this is the Seven of Swords, but in this deck, it's a different meaning. So I want to pull, I have this book with me. Look at how well this book is so well worn. And I actually have this book on my Kindle as well. But this is, that's right. We're in the, okay. All right. Hold on, Miss Diane. The one you're on now. Oh, it only takes a half an hour. Okay. Can you do something while they're doing it? Okay. Seven of Swords, Diane. Do we have... There are at least two distinctly different interpretations that may apply to this card in a reading. One suggests that the agile and insightful quality represented by the swords and the intellect combined with the mystical and courageous voyaging quality of the number 7 creates an existing atmosphere which acts like a breath of fresh air. New ideas challenge old assumptions. The keywords are insight, strategy, and research. New ideas challenge old assumptions, insights, and fresh ideas spring up, and great progress is made. Whoops. And the second one relates to a more controlled use of the intellect. Someone with a highly developed mind may meet a challenge with a strategy that could be bold and daring, or simply cunning and manipulative. You may be using your intellect, your wit, or your charm to gain an advantage. So new ideas challenge old assumptions, or using your intellect to gain an advantage. Okay, thanks, Donna. So I wonder if any of that makes sense for you. And this sounds like it might have to do with work. Diane. Oops. Gonna have to take this sweater off, folks. I'm working up a sweat here. The steam is coming off of my head. probably could put my half glasses on and see these. Ooh, okay. So this says unraveling. So I'm going to say new ideas, challenging old assumptions, and unraveling maybe old mindsets or old way of doing things or old way of seeing things. So that is a both a very freeing kind of reading, you know, like there's so much freedom when we start like shifting paradigms, but there can also be some fear that goes along with that too. So I would urge you to step out of any fear that you have and kind of pick apart those old assumptions and step into those new insights. And what's with you? Oh, you also got the Laird, the Emperor. So yeah, very definitely some structure to that, to the unraveling. Sometimes we see unraveling as being very chaotic, but maybe a more managed, a more like a calmer unraveling. And I can see that with you too, that there's like scales are falling and clarity is there. These swords keep the swords and the Emperor keep things in check for you as this kind of deconstructing is going on. Does that make sense to you, Miss Diane? I hope you're still there. You need to go back to work unraveling that wonky knitting project. Oh no. Thank you, Julie. Oh, you're so welcome. Okay, so do I have Polly, Nancy, and Roman in that order, Donna? Just tell me yes or no. Because I felt like Roman was next, but maybe not. Just let me know. Somebody say, okay, yes. Okay, so Polly's next. You go here, and you go there. It's just getting the piles right afterwards. Okay, Polly, I hope you're still here. Oh, never are you last, Roman. Polly. Okay. Polly, we've got the 5 of Swords for you. So 5s are challenges and swords are about, the 5 of Swords is about feeling like you're in a situation that you've got to defend yourself like at all costs, that you feel like you need to, there's some kind of a situation that's happening that you feel like you need to be right, or you need to come out on top, you need to win no matter what. And like you've got to prove yourself. And sometimes those situations are worth it, you know, and sometimes not. Sometimes it's, and we have to discern whether or not, you know, it's time to go to the wall or not. Let's see what your message card says. It's a pretty color. Huh. Okay. So it says, Polly, this card says you are brilliant. So do you feel like you need to prove to others that that you're smart, like that you know what you're doing, that you do you feel like others question that about you? A lot of women do feel that way. I have felt that way for sure, that people have questioned my I don't know, smartness. But and where are you, Polly? I hope you're still here. I hope I'm on the right track here. I feel like there's something going on where you really feel like you need to prove yourself. And I think this card saying you are brilliant is the is a reminder to you, not only that you are brilliant, but that you don't need to prove yourself to anybody. You don't need to prove yourself to anybody. You may want to, and that's okay. Sometimes, you know, we just need to do that. But you don't have to. Who's with you? Oh, wow. Okay. So you've got the magician with you. So you absolutely don't need to prove to anybody. You stand in your own authority, Polly. You know who you are on the inside. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go I'll go over it for you real quick. Polly, don't worry. So the first card, the overall energy is the 5 of Swords. And what I got from that is that there's a situation that you're in where you need to, the 5 of Swords is usually winning at all costs. But I feel for you, you feel like you're in a defensive position where you feel like you need to prove yourself to another person, a group of people, or yourself for that matter. Okay. And then the oracle card I pulled for you is beautiful. It's a peacock. I'll show you. And it says you are brilliant. So then I wondered if you feel like you're not that you don't shine as much as other people, or if there is someone who is making you feel like you're not brilliant, like you're not smart, because that's Swords, intellect, that you're not, that you're not smart, that you feel like you need to prove, no, wait a minute, you're like, I know what I'm doing, I'm smart. And I said that, a lot of times there are people out there that put us in those situations, and we also put ourselves there. And I said, I've been there. But then the card that I pulled for you, that is this archetype within yourself that's there, is the Magician. And I said, you don't have to prove to anybody. You stand in your own authority. You stand in your sovereignty and believe in yourself and know who you are. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. And I hope that that's something that resonates for you. And if it doesn't resonate for you today, I hope that if it ever does happen, if you ever do doubt yourself, if someone else doubts your abilities, that you'll be able to remember that you've got it going on, girl. You know what you're doing. And I hope that that helped. And Nancy, I think you are next. You're welcome. I hope that that spoke to you, Polly. And hello, I can't see what your name is, but hello, I saw you say hello. Cat Goddess, hello. Polly says resonates for sure. Yeah, Roman says hold that thought, for sure, hold that thought. Nancy, you're there. Okay, here we go. What does Nancy need to know? Yes, I have time for one more, Cat Goddess. I'm doing general readings today. Deanne, are you still here? Because I think it's almost your little one's birthday. I don't want to identify names if you don't. I can't remember whether you do or not, but I think it's almost your little one's birthday. So happy birthday to your little one. Okay, Nancy. Nancy, you've got the Three of Wands. So, you know that too. And truthfully, you and I had a chat yesterday, and I feel like in that chat that we had yesterday, you were at that two space, kind of, looking through. And I feel like, you're in the three of it. You're in the three of it now. You've come through, and you're really looking toward the future, and the future is bright. And we know that you're trying to figure out some new things with your channel. And I think maybe you're still in that figuring out stage. And taking it slow. Like there's no rush. There's no big hurry that, sip, sip. Thank you for letting me do that. There's no big rush to figure out what the future is. Being in the present is okay, and having choices and different ways to go are okay. And maybe there's one area of focus for more than one area of focus for you, for the future. And yeah. All right. What does your this says your mind, your body, your soul. it just has such a deep resonance for me with this, with this 3 going on. After this whole, after your bout with your illness over the Christmas season and coming out of that, and really, taking a look at things and maybe doing some things a little bit differently, not only with your channel, but maybe with your life. But this has been a real time. Your rehabilitation has not just been a physical rehabilitation. It has been a total mind, body, and spirit and soul awakening um and healing, period, for you. And it's still going on. Like it has not ended. And it's going to be with you for a while, if not for the rest of your life. I think we're always growing, and we're always healing. And so maybe, honestly, like, that's what this 3 is about. It's not just as mundane as channel stuff. It's about the future for you as a person, a whole person. All right. Oh God. Okay. And look, oh gosh. And look who's with you. The High Priestess. So yeah, that feeling of no rush, that going in, and oh my gosh, your oh my gosh, your goddess, Santa Muerte. Is that right? Do I have her correct? Oh, like, she reminds me of Santa Muerte. I don't know why, but like that whole, this is about internal healing on a soul level, and an internal journey on a soul level, and choices to be made on a soul level. That's what I said. Santa Muerte, right? Did I say that? I think I did. And not to be glossed over. So Nancy, part of this walk, it ain't going to be easy. Like, her energy is not, gentle. Like, and neither is Santa Muerte's. Like, part of this walk is not going to be easy, but it is going to be, it's going to be all encompassing, but it's also going to, so these are the words that are coming. It's going to, like, burn out whatever ick is there. And you are going to come through as a new whole being. That's what I have for you, my dear. That was a big message. I hope it's okay. Phoenix rising. Yes. Yes. Wow. Okay, that was big. Okay, Roman, you're up. Nancy, are you okay? You're welcome. Okay. Roman. Oh, Roman. Roman, you've got the Ace of Swords. I love this Ace of Swords because this is Excalibur, right? Coming up from the lake. I also feel like this is the I have survived card. It's also a card of a fresh idea, and a fresh direction. And the direction is upward. It's, your North Star. You're coming up from the depths, right? And look at these birch trees. Birch trees mean so much to me. And I don't know whether I've said this before on this channel. I know I've said that they mean a lot to me, but we planted one in our backyard. That's how much it means to me. They mean to me because birch trees are trees of healing. So look at all this healing that you've got around you, and you're coming up from the depths. The depths, of a time of, it might be depression. It could just be a time of deep, deep growth. You have a ring that has birch in it. Ooh, I love that. My wedding rings are made from antler, ethically sourced antler, like naturally shed antler, which has nothing to do with birch, but everything to do with me and Mr. Honey, because we used to sit in our backyard and watch deer. I digress. Sorry, Roman, back to you. Yeah, this is a big reading for you too, Roman. Pay attention. It's funny. I always try to read it myself and I never can. Okay. Do you dance? It says, move your body to move your emotion. And oh my God, like, do I know, like, I know that to be true too. So Roman, there was a time when I was in the depths and I knew that, I knew that I had to move in order to move through it. And that's when I started running. But anyway, yeah, whatever this is to come through, maybe it's swimming. I don't know, but whatever it is that you're moving through to come up from the depths, keep your body moving, keep your body going, because that is what's, the only way out is through. I love the birch. Look up birch trees. They and look up their properties because it's all about healing. Okay. And look at you. You've got the King of Cups. So on the one hand, I feel like this is a good thing because the King of Cups is able to, this is a maturity of emotions. So they've got, they have worked through their emotions, and they have worked through their depths to come out on the other side. Now, the less mature king may also be trying to manage emotions. And when we're, you know, when we're in the grocery store, that might be a good thing. But I don't think managing emotions on the long-term level is real healthy. I think that, we've got to feel the feels to get through to the other side. And I think, what this king does in his maturity is that he's able to, okay, what this king does in his maturity is that he is able to feel the feels and move through these depths, right? But he's able to regulate. He's able to self-regulate. So he's able to sort past from present. He's able to sort bullshit from truth. The bullshit that we tell ourselves is what I'm saying. And sometimes the bullshit other people try to tell us and try to, hold us down. Yeah, no, we don't need to do that either. So that this king knows that. Now, this king also, Roman, remember that king is part of you. And this is, I think, the compassionate soul that you are. So don't confuse though, compassion for yourself or for other people with being nice, because niceness doesn't help. Being nice is a very superficial thing, and it doesn't really help us or anybody else. So when I say compassion isn't always nice, that doesn't mean the opposite, that you have to be mean to yourself. It just means that you have to be honest with yourself and with other people about how you're feeling, because that's how best to help yourself and to help others to help you as well. So yeah, I feel like there've been some darker moments for you, but I also feel like, yeah, you're coming out. You're coming out of the, oh gosh, what's that Gloria Estefan song? Coming out of the dark. Yeah. And that's what I have for you, Mr. Roman. And I hope that helped you and that it resonated for you as well. Did I put that card away correctly? I did. And now, and see, you weren't last. Last but not least is Cat Goddess, Ms. Cat Goddess. Hold that thought. Yeah. Last but not least, here you are. What do you need to know for this week or this month? Happy March, everybody. Next week, the time changes in the United States. I like Gloria. Next Monday, we'll be sitting here and it will be, oh my gosh, at this exact time next week, it'll be 11:30. It'll be lunchtime. All right. Okay, Cat Goddess, here we go. Ooh, you got the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is about choices. It's about relationships. It can be about business partnerships or like friendships. But to me, this card is not about like the superficial business partnerships or superficial friendships. This is about a deep, like intimate friendship. And I don't mean intimate in that way. I mean like intimate in that you're very vulnerable with each other, that you are gosh, so the word that just came up is learning. So maybe there's a new person in your life that you're building a relationship with, and you're in that stage where you're learning about each other in this friendship. It can turn to romance, but it doesn't have to. It doesn't always have to be about romance. It can be about, a platonic friendship that's just like really close, like, like soulmates. Yes, the sun is shining again, Roman. Let's see what your oracle card says. These oracle cards have really worked out for me today. You're welcome. Sometimes I read them and I think, this doesn't go with this reading at all. Okay, so again, this card is saying slow down. Sometimes relationships come on, like whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship, which I don't think this is at the time right now, but it could be that's something that you're, maybe looking at. And what this card is saying is slow down, whatever kind of relationship it is. Some relationships come on like fast and furious, and you really just feel a connection, and you feel like you've got a lot of things in common and you want to spend a lot of time together. And what this card is saying is maybe just back off just a little bit. Like, you don't have to spend 24/7 together, right? And I'm not saying that that's literally true, but it's good to take time away for yourselves and rest in that alone time. Sometimes we're afraid in the beginning of a relationship that if we do take time, that, there'll be too much space and we're afraid of loss, right? I don't think that I would be afraid of loss. What I would encourage you to think about is that if you feel like you cannot have space because you're afraid that, like they'll run away, or the relationship will end, then it wasn't meant to be anyway. The spaces between you should be easy, and the coming back should be lovely. Oh, you're welcome, Polly. Yeah, like Roman said, hold that thought. Okay. Cat goddess. What archetype? What who's with you? Ooh, okay. So you've got the King of Swords. So what I'm saying, what I just said, is very true, because the King of Swords is asking you to use intellect instead of emotion where this relationship is concerned. So feelings are important, but also use your discernment and use your intellect to move forward with this and move forward slowly. And that's what I have. Whoops. That makes anything easy is if I laser focus on goals and nothing else. Well, this king would definitely be laser focused on goals for sure. And this king also you know, so kings have to be pragmatic and they have to make decisions and they have to make decisions quickly. But I would not say that he is like overly quick with a decision. So I think what sits in the middle of these two cards is this slow down, um, take a breath, spend some time alone, spend some time in quiet, spend some time in nature, and the swords, the clarity will absolutely come for sure. Thank you for being a new subscriber. I'm just doing general readings today, and if you want a general reading, I can do one. I've been on an hour and a half already, but I'm glad to do a general reading for you if you want a general reading as a new subscriber. And Cat Goddess, I hope that made sense for you. Okay, so let's see. Flower Beauty. You're welcome. And also be aware too that, like, so what I'm reading is energy, general energy. So it may not be something that you're going through right now today. It may be something that happens this week or this month, but just keep what I say in the back of your mind. Hold that thought, as Roman would say. Hold that thought. Okay. And Flower Beauty. Flower Beauty, what I have for you is the Seven of Wands. So this Seven of Wands puts you in a defensive position. You've got some people that are coming up here that are challenging you. Either these are actual people around you who are challenging you and challenging maybe your identity, your values, maybe challenging you at work, or it could be that this is an internal thing happening within you. But there is some sort of a situation happening where you are on the defense, where you feel like you've got to defend yourself, defend your goals, defend your lifestyle, defend your choices. And your oracle card says, let me get the specs on. You're more powerful than you know. So again, we've got this, I read for somebody before who's, like the cards are similar in that, very much in a defensive position. And these cards are telling you that this oracle card is telling you that you are more powerful than you know. Don't let anybody else take that power from you, and don't take it from yourself. Don't doubt yourself, because you have worth. You are worthy of what it is that you want in this world. And who is with you? What archetype do we need to draw upon here? Okay, you've got the Knight of Cups. So this Knight of Cups, I mean, this is talking about compassion, having compassion for yourself, and believing in the good in yourself and in others. So even if it's other people that are kind of making you defensive, sort of thinking about them in a new light. A lot of times people that challenge us have our best in have number one, either A, have our best interest at heart and are acting out of their own fear. So that's the first thing. Or B, are pretty miserable people themselves. If they're doing it for just to be mean, then it's, they're pretty miserable people themselves. And either way, this Knight of Cups, so kind of cultivating a spirit of compassion for yourself and for others is going to move you through this defensive stance that you feel like you need to be in right now. But at the gut of it all is believing in your own power, in your own authority. Walk in your own authority, and you'll move past this period of defensiveness. And I hope that helps you. Oh my goodness, it's been a wonderful Monday morning at 10:38. I think this is the longest cup and of card we've ever done, and that is wonderful. I'm so glad to be here on Monday mornings and read. Oh wow, it just is such a great way to start a Monday, and definitely with all of you here, I have the best people in chat. You all are so kind, and I just really enjoy reading for you. So, everyone have a wonderful week, and I will be back again next Monday. I am going to do a Friday. I am going to do wine and tarot on Friday. And yeah, so I will see you on Friday for wine and tarot. And if I don't, I'll see you next Monday. Everybody have just a beautiful week, and yeah, see you real soon. Take care of yourselves and be kind to yourselves.